Hi, I want to talk to you briefly about the discussion boards. Now, I understand that for a lot of students, the discussion boards can be a little bit problematic, that sometimes it seems as if you're going through the motions, but you do them begrudgingly because you know you get points for them. And I recognize that. Uh, and so I'm trying to set up my discussion boards in a way that I hope allows us to move around just these points. And so let me start by giving you a little background. And I'll use some of the concepts that we've examined so far in the class. Specifically, I want to talk about this notion of mythos, or these myths, or these cultural narratives that exist, because I think we can apply them to education. And I think that there's two really interesting narratives. One narrative is that higher education, or higher public education, is a public good, and that we have it because we think it's important to have an informed citizenry. That the more education people have, the better the country. And I know that this is kind of abstract language, but this is kind of serves as justification for kind of a liberal arts approach to education. And now there's another narrative out there that says that we need higher ed education now because we need a certificate or a degree so that we can get a job. And from this perspective, education becomes kind of a direct connection to the work world, right, to the workforce. And I understand that too. And from that second perspective, we can think of a course like this one, and this is why I have the syllabus behind me here. We can think of a course like this one as being a skill-based course, and it's giving you skills that hopefully are going to pay off in the workforce, right? So you work on your writing skills, you sharpen the critical thinking skills that are going to help in the workforce, and that having a course like this helps you get the degree, and the degree helps you get a job. Cool. But if we go back to that first narrative, then the thinking gets a little bit broader. And we can think of it almost like this, that we take a course like this, uh, and we can start to ask some of the bigger questions. We can ask why the skills we learn in this course really matter, or where these skills originated, or who gains access to power as a result of having these skills, or who decides that we should even know all of this stuff to begin with. And those larger questions are the questions that I want us to sit on, that I want us to deal with. And those are the questions that I'll be providing you for those discussion boards. That is, the discussion boards are not about finding answers as much as they're about kind of working through some of these larger questions and coming to some conclusions that help us understand why a course like this may even exist. Right? They're kind of dealing with the unanswerables. And so I think that that's a much different way of looking at this class than only looking at it like this. Here we have the class. Here we're able to just unpack why a class like this even matters. And so there's the hope. And so specifically for the discussion boards, I've broken them down like this. I'm inviting you to be a part of at least 10 discussions. And the way of thinking about it is that if you elect to join a discussion, each reply you give to that discussion is worth a half point. So if you join a discussion and you give 2 replies, you get a point. You join 10 discussions, you get 10 points, and you've satisfied the requirements for the course. Of course, there are more than 10 discussions, so it's quite possible that you can join them all, and you then have the opportunity for some extra credit. And now when you do join a discussion, I'm not asking you to just come in and hand me an opinion, or to put yes or to put no, but to provide a substantive response. And substantive to me means that you're providing, right, 4 to 6 sentences of, you're providing a clear claim and some evidence, some strong reasoning. You're really trying to kind of flesh out a response to whatever the question happens to be that week. So I hope that this clarifies a little bit both what we'll be doing in the discussions and why I've set up the discussions the way I have. Take care.